Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about one of the most important events in European history, that is the Protestant Reformation. As a student of literature, it becomes really important that you know about what is Protestant Reformation, because that becomes really helpful when you are studying the Age of Revival or the Elizabethan Age, for example. So you do not have to worry if you do not know about it, because in this lecture, I am going to explain to you this topic in a simple, in an easy way, so that you can understand the basics and also remember the key points. So let's start. So first of all, what was the world before, what was the world like before the Reformation? Now, before the Reformation, nearly all Christians in Europe, they followed the Roman Catholic Church. The church at this time was extremely powerful, and it influenced not just religion but politics and the daily lives of the people as well. At the top of the church was the Pope, and he was based in Rome. The church owned land, they collected taxes, and it was very wealthy. But many people, they were not really happy. Why? Because the church had become corrupt. Some priests cared more about money than helping people. And interestingly, at this time, you also find that the church had started to sell indulgences. Now, what were these? See, they were not any physical objects, so to say, okay? This was just that people would pay money to have their sins forgiven or to reduce time in purgatory. Now, understand these two things. It's like if I am a priest and let's say you have sinned, so you will be paying me money so that your sins will be forgiven. I mean, just look at this. How ridiculous is that? Okay, but then this is what the priests were telling the people, and the people, because they did not know any better, they did do that. They did pay their money to have their sins forgiven. One, and second, to reduce their time in purgatory. Now, this is a Christian concept that, there is heaven, there is purgatory, and there is hell. Now the souls which are beyond redemption, they surely go to hell. But then there are some souls which can be saved from damnation, and but the sins that they have committed, they have to pay for that. Okay. Now, before going to heaven, those souls, they are purified in purgatory. Okay. Now, these people, what they were doing, that pay us money and your time in purgatory is going to be reduced. Again, ridiculous. But then that is how things were, and that is why I said that they had started selling indulgences, that the church had become corrupt, okay? And this did not feel right to many believers. And here's another issue, that the Bible was in Latin, and that is why most people could not read it. So they had to depend completely on the priests to tell them what it said. Meanwhile, a big change was also happening. Remember, this is the time when the printing press had been invented. So ideas, including this criticism of the church, that could also now spread faster than ever. Okay. Now, how did the Reformation start? So at this time enters a figure called Martin Luther. He was a German monk and a university professor. So in 1517, Luther wrote 95 theses. So basically, there were 95 points where he disagreed with the church, especially the sale of indulgences. And what he did was that he nailed these to the door of a church in Wittenberg, Germany, to start a debate. Now, Luther believed a few important things. One, that faith alone, not money nor good deeds, only faith can save a person. Second, that the Bible, not the Pope, was the final authority. And third, that every person should be able to read the Bible in their own language. The Catholic Church, of course, told him to stop, and he refused. So that is why he was kicked out of the church, that is, he was excommunicated, but his ideas caught fire and they spread across Europe. Now, how did it spread across Europe? Now, after Luther, obviously there were other reformers who also joined in. So we have later a person like John Calvin, who added the idea of predestination, that is the belief that God already knows who will be saved. Then in England, we have a figure like William Tyndale, who translated the Bible into English. This was a huge deal because now ordinary people could read it themselves. Sadly, he was executed for doing that. Thanks to the printing press, all these ideas moved quickly, and many kings and rulers, they supported Reformation. Why? Because it also gave them more control, right? And less interference from the Pope. Earlier, Pope was the ultimate authority, very, very powerful, even more than the kings. But now, it gives kings more authority and there is less interference from the Pope, okay? So, to talk particularly about England, the Reformation in England, it had a different twist. So it started with the very, very infamous figure of King Henry VIII, and he was not a religious leader. Remember that he was not a religious leader. He just wanted a divorce from his wife Anne Boleyn, but the Pope said no because divorce was not possible at that time. So what King Henry VIII did in 1534, he broke away from the Catholic Church and he made himself the head of the Church of England. And later his daughter, that is Queen Elizabeth I, she set up a version of the church that balanced both Protestant and Catholic traditions, which is the Anglican Church that we know today. Okay. Now, why does the Reformation matter? This was not just about religion. See, it changed everything. New Protestant churches were formed like Calvinist and the Anglican. More people learned to read because they wanted to read the Bible. Then people started to question authority, and not just in religion, but in other areas of life too. Sadly, it also caused many wars and conflicts, especially between Catholics and the Protestants, right? So that is the Protestant Reformation in very simple terms. You see, it changed the religious map of Europe and helped to shape the modern thought, modern nations, and of course, the literature that you read in your syllabus as well. Okay, so that would be all for the lecture on today. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.